Hey, and welcome to the LP of Beavis and Butthead on the Sega Genesis. I'm doing this LP because I feel like this game's treated like a complete joke, and no one really knows the true challenge of this game. This is one of the hardest games I've ever played on the Sega Genesis, and through this LP, if you watch the whole thing, you will realize that it is a very hard game. It's not a joke like everybody says it is. It is hard. Trust me, it's very hard. I'll explain more later. Let's start the game up. So here we go. We have the Sega intro. I mean, this game's not too popular, but if it is to you, then you've seen this before. And we have copyright by Viacom, and you'll see that Viacom has a lot of rights to this. They even have their own slide. You know, not too special, not great, but you know, who cares about Viacom? They suck. And it has the greatest line that I skipped. I'm really sorry about that. Anyway, here's the options menu. Here's like the main menu that you get to. There's a few options. I'm going to explain it later. And I'm probably going to make an extra video that explains more about this. Anyway, so there's 4 options. 1 player. And you can only play 2 player if you have 2 players connected. You can also have music on or off, a sound test theme, or you can also put in a password, and I'll show you what the password is later as well. So here is the main plot of the story. So it says somewhere in a small American town. Alright, so they're changing the stupid remote, and they find, you know, a thing about Guar, a commercial about this cool concert named Guar, or band named Guar. And so they, later that week, they buy the tickets to the Guar concert. And, you know, they're like, oh shit, you know, Guar, it's fucking amazing. And the stupid cunt dog takes the tickets, and they're chasing after the dog. And the dog throws the tickets out of his throat, and he's like, oh yeah, we got him. Oh my god, okay. But then the fucking other cunt, Anderson or whatever his name is, comes over and spits out the pieces with his lawnmower. And the pieces get spread all over town. And so Beavis and Butthead's job is to try to find all those pieces of the tickets. And let me tell you, it's a fucking hassle. It really is. So back to the game, we're coming into the main interface. And here's the main interface. We have Beavis and Butthead. Beavis on the right, Butthead on the left. And we have Butthead health and Beavis health, both on the top corners. Here's if you hit pause, you have menus for both of the characters. You can switch through by pressing, I think it's B, maybe C, I don't remember. And all the characters have their own weapon. Beavis can burp, just like this, by pressing C. And Butthead can fart. So they can all do basic attacks, which they will never run out of. So that's very useful. You know, unlike some games where you have to actually, like, get the weapons and stuff. They come with the weapon pre-made. And you can walk around by pressing the left or right, and you can also, if you hold down, I think it's A. I'm really bad with keys, but I think it's A. If you press A, you can hold down A and hit left, you can move. Now, you can pick up things like that remote that I just picked up. You can pick up and it'll be put into your actions menu. Actions menu you can do things with them. And this menu right here, which we have nothing in right now, will be things that you can just carry and hold on to, and will be used for, you know, to get tickets and stuff. And here's Beavis and Butthead's room. There's a few things that you can get later to get some of the tickets, but I'll do that later. The main thing is that Guar poster right there, but I'll explain that later once we actually get to it. Now, for the levels, what we have to do, first of all, is make sure that we're selected near the TV, and we're selected on the remote by just pressing up and down on the menu. And then just press C, and you should be on to the level select. And this is literally the level select. You get this without entering any cheat or anything. You get this. And there's a few levels. I think there's like 8. It's 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 levels. Sorry, one off. Anyway, all these levels have different parts of the ticket in them. Some will have more than others. But usually, I think the most is 3, and that's in the Turbo Mall. And we'll get to that later as well. But we're gonna start out with the hardest level, and that's the street. Because the street, we just want to get it over with. I want to get the hard out of the way, so we can just get over with. You can go in order, it doesn't matter, but we're not gonna go in order. So we're gonna go to the street, and let me tell you, before we start, this game is hard. Putting that out there. Okay, so coming up, we're gonna come up, or make sure you're selected on the burp again, and we're gonna come up to our first main enemy. He's coming up. This guy is a bitch. You don't think he thinks so now? Oh my god. Let me tell you. Those guys and other guys in the characters are bitches. Oh my god. Alright, so we're going to go over to the sewer. And now we're in the sewer area. And basically you have to go all the way across because the rest of the road's blocked off by some fence. And there's a hot dog over there, which is one of them, which is the health. So if you get that, you get more health. But we're going to wait because we're pretty much full health and we might need it coming back. Now, back with those enemies, anytime you kill an enemy, you get health. Once you kill them, you'll get health. I'm not sure if I showed you that, or if it showed that in the last one, or the last enemy. But anytime you kill an enemy, you get food. And so they're actually one of the primary source of energy in the whole game. So it's very useful to try to kill them. And I'll exploit that later in another level, but not in this video. So basically we have to get across, and all of the green stuff's acid, so if you touch it you get hurt. And those fucking mice, I'm not sure if you can see them, they're rats. Not mice, they're rats, and they're on the ground, and they're running, and you don't see them coming, and you have to like jump, and it's a pain in the ass, trust me. And now these are really hard because they're dropping acid on you, and you have to time it just right, and you can't see all of them, especially these three, which are fucking retarded, and I don't know why they do them. So you just have to time them just right, and I fuck up. As you see, and it just gets really hard. And I will show you what happens, what you should do if one of your characters is running out of health. And you just go this way, go that way, and here's another one. I think I make this one. I'm not sure. You definitely want to try to run through this level again, holding down B. I think it's B. I'm not sure. I'll put at least a list of controls in the description. But you can choose. I mean, on an emulator, you can control, or you can choose which controls you want. But that's what I'm on. But I did use a controller. Didn't use a keyboard. Keyboard's too high tech. I mean, it's hard to use, but it's too high tech. I wanted to go a little classy by using a controller. Didn't want to go too basic. Anyway, so coming up, we have another one of these, and as you see, Beavis and Butthead have their own little basic thing where they do, if you wait too long, and they start dancing, rocking out some music there. And you know, this is a classic touch on a lot of old Sega games, especially like the Sonic series. They always, anytime you waited too long, Sonic would sit down and be like, and pat his foot at you, or stomp his foot, like saying, "Come on, what the fuck?" Anyway, right here, I'm running out of health, as you see, so I'm gonna switch to Butthead and play as Butthead. As you know, I won't play, or if you haven't figured this out yet, I won't play as Butthead too much in this level or in this game, because I really like Beavis, and you should get in the habit of using Beavis. I don't like Butthead because, well, to fight enemies, you have to turn around and fart. It's a pain in the ass, especially if you don't have any weapons. So it's definitely useful to use Beavis. Now we're going to go up, and I'm going to switch characters back to Beavis, so I can get some more health. There's two main food sources right here. There's that and a burrito. We're also going to go into here, and this is the thing that, oh my god, this is also a pain in the ass. And you're probably thinking, well, we better get to some good stuff after this, through all this hell that we've been through. Well, trust me, we're going to get a good thing, trust me. Alright, so basically there's some more acid, and oh yeah, I just picked up this gun. Sorry, I got a little off track, but we have this gun, and it's actually very useful. You can basically just shoot by pressing the same button as burp, but you have to make sure that you're selected on the action. For the actions when you have to window, you have to make sure you're selected on the gun. And so this is basically the junkyard. You basically have to get through this without getting hurt and get to the other side. I'm trying to bounce on this thing, this tire, which you can bounce up on. And I try to bounce up and try to get the health, and it takes me a while, but I do it. And stupid rats, they're fucking annoying. And the acid, trust me, everything is just hell waiting to happen. Those birds, God, oh God. Alright, so coming up is another enemy, and I'm going to freeze him and show him as well, because he's another enemy that's should be coming up.
You're a douche.
This guy. So he's a bitch. He's a bitch. And all of them shoot. They have like a weapon to shoot at, and they don't stop. You have to actually get into a pattern so he doesn't, fuck up. And see, I try to show that when you get in the middle of these guys, oh god, I don't know what they do. You can't kill them. If you get in the middle, you just can't shoot them and they'll fuck around.